Hey guys, in this video we are not going to be recording me on a webcam. Instead we're just going to show you this screen because last video there was a little bit of latency in the speech, and so this time I'm doing it recording the voice in a more high quality way, and I am getting the studio more professional like. So let's get in straight into the video without any further ado. Excuse me, let me clear my throat. Okay, so today's video is Intro to CSS, so that you can style the HTML we just learned, and then after this video, we will be learning more HTML. So, in this video, we'll just be learning very simple tags, and how to make everything look very nice and just feel responsive. Okay, this is just basics though. We don't want to get into too much. But we are going to make this video as detailed in the short amount of time we have. We have 8 minutes to record this video, so without making you wait any longer, let's get started. Okay, so the first tag that you're going to learn about is the star tag. It's basically an element, but it targets all of your HTML elements. Okay, it targets all of them. And so if you do, for instance, let's do star, and then we do the braces like I show you right here on the screen, and then we do padding 0, margin 0, and box sizing equal to border box. We don't do the equal sign, so it's just box sizing, and then we do see these things right here, these two dots that align to each other. We do those, and then we do border box. Okay, so now let's get out of our star element. Everything element, that's what it stands for. And let's head on to H1 tag, which is going to say example, right? From last video. So, we should change this. So we're going to say text align center for the H1, text align center. And this will put the text in the middle of the page. So in our HTML, we can just get rid of that center tag. We don't need that anymore. Because now the CSS is doing that for us. And then we can change the color by just adding the color element like this. Okay, as you can see, I typed in color, and I'm going to change the color to blue, so you can see it very well. And I'm going to change the background color to black. You can change the background color the same kind of way as you see it. You just say background, and then you do a dash, a negative sign, to background, negative sign, color, and then you can just change the background color. So this one's going to be black, and that will change the background color for the element. Basic stuff. Okay, now let's, oh yes, so the body, you can change the body tag. So let's head into so just make a body tag now. So type in body, and then the curly braces. Inside the curly braces, put in background color, okay, background color, and then do linear, you do background image, not color, image. So background image inside of the curly braces for the body tag. Background image, okay, and then in there you do linear gradient, and do to right, then put a comma, and then do red, and then comma blue, and that will basically, it will start red and then it will go to blue. It will look really, really nice, and it will add some linear gradient. So that is linear gradients, and we can, if you want a whole video on that, we can give that to you later. So we got a little bit of time left still, so let's master how we can make font size big and small. We can change the font weight and the font family. Okay, so let's go back to that H1 tag, and let's put a font size in there. So do font, and then negative or dash sign size, and then as you can see, those two dots and the closing tag, and then just put in 20 for now, and that will change the font size, and it will either get smaller or bigger than the size it already is. I'm guessing right now it's probably going to stay the same, or it's going to get a little bit smaller. Okay, now let's make a new one. So get out of your font size and make a new one called font, okay, and then do dash family. The same thing with the closing, opening and closing tags, and inside there, just do cursive, okay? Then it will change your font to cursive, really cool. And if you don't like the way that it looks, maybe it's too bold, maybe it's not, maybe it's too skinny, right? Maybe it's just kind of weak. You can change the font, so get out of the font family and now do font dash weight and change the font weight to, let's say, 800, okay? And then if you don't like 800, go down to 100. It goes from 100 to 800. That's where the font weight goes to, and it can change the way the stroke. It can change the stroke fill of the element. We have 2 more minutes left, so let's talk about 1 second, please. Trying to figure out what some other things you're gonna want to learn. Oh yes, you're definitely gonna want to learn how to do text decorations. Those are very helpful if you're doing like if you have an A tag in your HTML. We'll talk about that later. The A tag is basically like a link, and you can link websites and go to different parts of your site with those links, but they always look pretty dang ugly unless you style them. So you can do text decoration none on them, and text decoration none will basically make it so that there are no decorations on the text. They will have no text decorations at all. But you can also do text decoration green, wavy, right? You can do that. You can do green, wavy, underline. Okay, and that will give a wavy underline that's colored green under your text. So just play around with that. We have a minute left on the clock, and so I'm thinking that we should talk about text shadow. So it's literally just what it sounds. It's you do text dash shadow, okay, and you do it, open it and close it, and then you go inside of it, and you will let's do 2 pixels, 2 pixels, 2 pixels. So 2px, 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 okay? And then black. Just try that, and as you can see on the text, you'll have a little like shadow behind the text that will pop it out. Depending on the color, it pops more. So if you have white text, use a black shadow, then it really pops out the font and the color of the text. It really makes it look and appeal to the user. Thanks for watching.